Hello there and welcome to this ROBO Deck Designer video. So this video here is all about the upcoming changes to the ROBO Deck Designer online tool. This video is one of many on the ROBO Deck Designer YouTube channel. I'm Paul and this YouTube channel here is all about helping you navigate the difficult New Zealand building code regulations. I will let you know about little known clauses and design considerations that can prevent you from making mistakes and getting it right first time. But the greatest gift I can give you is the ROBO Deck Designer online tool. This online tool will help you design your deck to New Zealand building code regulations within minutes. So before I get started, I just really wanted to thank those users who actually use the online tool. Now at the end of the online tool there's a box there which you can enter feedback. Now this feedback has actually been really quite helpful for me actually in designing the online tool. Now about half the users who entered feedback really love the online tool, but the others really suggest that it's not actually powerful enough, flexible enough for their needs. So I have been working on this for the last 3 years and it's a massive undertaking. So with the revised interface, so I'll go through the whole process, but I'll just speed things up which in areas where things haven't actually changed, but in areas which are new and quite different I'll slow things right down and explain them. So the first new box we come across actually asks 2 questions about the location of the deck, which can actually affect the durability of some of the design components in there. I've mentioned before in a previous video that the location of your deck in relation to the coastline or an estuary can actually increase the number of stainless steel fixings. Okay, so let's continue. So the next box here is actually the different groupings for the design. So for decks from 700 to 1500 millimeters high, you can now actually have pergolas on some of these decks, and also you can have a conservatory. So also for decks from 400 to 700 millimeters high, there is also the option there to have a conservatory sitting on the deck. So the next form here is actually all about the deck shape of the deck. So before going any further, I just need to explain that the new revised programming code allows for flexible dimensions and more options in there, and all the existing ones which will be updated later have like the limited options on there. There's also a new deck shape, shape 8 as well, which is a 1800mm chamfer at each end of the deck. So the decks in there which says limited options, they will be updated at a later stage. Now the next box here, this is the most wanted feature on the ROBO Deck Designer online tool. So the ability to actually have a deck size not in 300mm increments, but actually any size you like within a range. So the range here has also increased, so you'll see down the bottom there the sizes that you can actually have for that particular shape for the deck, and you can have any size in increments of 1mm from the minimum width to the maximum width, and the same for the length as well. So for the overall height for decks from 400 to 700mm high, this is actually unchanged, but decks for between 700 and 1500mm, now this has actually changed. Now it is possible to actually have sloping ground here on the deck, and you know, I live in Wellington and the land here is not flat in many cases, so this actually allows for sloping ground decks, which I think is going to be a great feature for decks within that height category. It's also possible to specify your decking size and also the decking fixtures as well. Now for decks between 700 and 1500mm high, there is also the option there to have your decking at a 45-degree angle. Now the next form here, this is all about attaching your deck to your house. Now this has been another feature that's been asked for, is actually freestanding decks. So this also gives the option here to have a freestanding deck. For decks with pergolas, now there is also options there just to change the style of the pergola as well for your deck. So the last one there is actually just being able to have the ability to fine tune your gauge timber sizes. So gauge timber sizes vary a bit around the country and that, and 100 by 50 piece of timber, you may want to specify that as 90 by 45 or something else. So you have actually got the option there just to tweak your timber sizes a little bit there on your drawing. So when will this all be ready? So this is a very hard question. So my very rough estimate is sometime by the next 6 months, but as it's very hard actually estimating times of work, particularly getting all the bugs out, and that's the hard thing. You don't know if there's just, I don't know, like 2 dozen or 200. It's a very complex website and the programming in it is actually quite insane. So this is the thing, I can't really state just at this stage a date this will be complete, but I'm working on it as fast as I can. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your time just watching this, and I hope that you will get a lot out of this video, just where things are actually heading for the ROBO Deck Designer online tool. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, be kind to everyone, and we'll see you in the next one anyway. Thank you.